Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's your friendly neighborhood farmer Raznac, and today we're going to be heading back to Western Wilds for episode number 6 of our fun roleplay let's play on that beautiful map by Mr. Alien Jim. But before that, in the last episode I had went up to my uncle's cabin to kind of get away while Lenny and the guys work on the house. So I thought it'd be a good idea to slap a GoPro on and maybe record a little footage from my hunt up here at my uncle's place. So that's what I did. I hope you enjoy this little beginning part of the video. We'll cut away to some scenes of me taking down some deer, maybe doing a little tracking. Who knows? Who knows what kind of adventures I got into up here on top of the mountain. And then after that, we will head back to the farm, get caught up with Lenny, see how the house is going, and maybe do a little field work. All right. This first little part, I was just kind of walking this ridge line. I saw movement, spotted a rabbit out in the distance. I was just kind of sitting there watching the little rabbit, and wouldn't you know, coming in from the left, comes Mr. Buck, and I'm nowhere near ready for him. None of my stuff, rifle still slung, not ready for him at all. Then of course I look down to my periphery, and there was a doe, just kind of tucked in there along the tree line. I wonder if he was chasing her. And at that point, I, of course, lost sight of him. Rabbit was still there, but couldn't find the buck at that point. That's what I get for not being ready. And yeah, I think maybe at that point I tried to call him in a little. Just tried a little bleat call, but yeah, I don't think it worked. Yeah, try calling them in. Yeah, nothing at all. So I kind of moved, kind of repositioned from there. At this point, this is where it picks up. There's a couple bucks, one off to my right, and one kind of straight off into the distance. And I had seen some does, so I dropped a call in and just kind of sat and waited to see what might happen. I'd been watching a doe. She just went off to the left, and then there he was. It's a nice, not a monster buck, but kind of the first one I'd seen, decent sized, and I thought maybe I can get a shot on him. He was just coming out in the open. Got him to stop there, lined up, and I think I actually went high. I knew I hit him, but I think I took that one a little high. I was really worried that I hadn't had a kill shot on that one. So let's go check it. We actually I did find a couple decent pools of blood. And he had bolted, of course, straight up the hill. Came upon another little bit of blood, and up the hill. And it's kind of hard to see, but up there in that clearing, that little thicket up through the trees, that's where we find him. All in all, it turned out pretty solid. He was a 10-point blacktail, on the younger side. wasn't too big. About 150 pounds. And like I was saying earlier, the shot wasn't that great. I think I missed the organs. I was lucky to dead in the vertebrae. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to drop him. It was a few days later. I was just kind of sitting. I had a doe tag to fill too, and I mean, all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, I'm actually getting up to come up onto the trail to grab my quad, and I could hear something kind of dropping through the woods. I caught sight of her, and she has no idea I'm here. No idea at all. I'm just trying to be as motionless as possible. There she is. Again, nice doe. And I'm just going to wait for her to clear this tree. I really want her, you know, I want her to get clear of this tree, and it's just going to be a point blank shot. And me being the worst hunter in the world, I almost botched this one too. Almost. She's got a big blood splatter, and it wasn't even, 10 yards, 15 yards from where I hit her. There she laid. Yeah, nice clean hit. And of course, my shots are still a little high. I actually barely got her in the lung there, but just enough to drop her quick. So again, she's about 120 pounds. Not a big doe. And that was about it for my hunting adventure. The rest of the time, I tried to track coyotes, spotted some elk. Just had no luck tracking coyotes, and I wanted to drop a couple coyotes because the wildlife was paying to take down some coyotes because they had too many. So yeah, the rest of the trip was pretty uneventful, but I did enjoy myself and relaxed. So it was definitely worth it. All right, let's head back to the actual farm. Let's go. Hey Lenny, it's looking great, man. Looking awesome. Thank you guys so much. I'm really excited. Thanks Lenny. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing some farm work in there. I'll leave you guys to it. Man, looking great. Look at it. Oh, this is looking awesome. So excited. Moving ready. He said a couple weeks it'll be moving ready. Oh man, I'm pumped. I am excited. The cabin was a little cramped up there in the mountains, so happy to be back here on the farm. And man, I'm only gonna have to live in that stinky camper for a couple weeks, and I'll be moving into the old house, and then they'll start working on all the rest of everything, and hopefully over winter they'll get it built out. We'll see what happens. I'm happy so far. Lenny is stuck to his timeline. Look at the house. Man, it's gonna be nice. Be a nice little place with a garage. Oh, looking excited. Really looking forward to it. Let's jump over here to the tractor and we gotta do some field treatment. Everything's emerged while I was away hunting, so we gotta get out here in the field and do some work. Let's go. So the shop loaned me this John Deere 250 sprayer. They just kind of said, hey, you can use this old one if you buy the product from us. So that's what I did. And well, let's just say they got their money's worth out of me. Let's go ahead and fold our booms here. This is kind of a smaller but older one, and should work for us just fine. It's probably not going to be the most efficient way of treating the fields, but beggars can't be choosers, right? We'll make it work. We will definitely make it work. Yeah, seems to be laying down all right. Check our little, yeah, apply it. Yep, there we go. Putting it down. Treating the bar. We gotta gonna treat this barley field, and you know, that way it over winter stays nice and healthy. We're probably gonna get all of our barley fields treated, and then we'll work on the grass field. I think for the grass field, I'm just gonna throw down some solid fert on it. I really don't think we need to spray it with anything. So yeah, we'll probably just slap down some solid fert on the old meadow there. All right, coming to an end. This stuff isn't cheap. Just say I've about $10,000 in fertilizer and herbicide and pesticides, and for my little farm, got about 10 grand invested into spraying these fields. So it's not cheap at all. It's gonna be a little pricey. Man, look at the house. I'm so ready to move into that thing. So ready to get into the house and get settled. You know, it's going to be I don't know what the weather's like here. I'm expecting it probably be a little cold, maybe some snow. We'll see what happens. I actually got a job lined up over the winter, because once I'm done with the kind of treating the fields here and making sure everything's kind of done, I'm gonna kind of tuck everything in. I'm paying a storage fee to the dealership. They're gonna store my equipment over winter, and then I got some work lined up that we're gonna be taking care of. Got a job over the winter. Gonna be running truck, hauling grain and some other stuff here for the local mills, and yeah, I got a job. Yeah, you know, I didn't tell you guys I can drive trucks too. I can farm. I can drive trucks. I learned all this stuff. You know, the family, we've been in this kind of business for a long time. You know, farming, trucking, all that kind of stuff. I like to do some fishing and some hunting. What do you think about that hunting, man? I tell you what, I can't wait to get back up to Unc's cabin. That was nice up there. Got me a nice buck. Got a doe. Did some coyote hunting, but I never could get on the coyotes. Little suckers were hard to. Man, they're skittish. I was hoping to pull some coyotes because there's a pretty good reward from the wildlife agency. They're pest control. I guess the coyotes are getting out of line, so they were going to pay, but I couldn't bag any coyotes. I tried for days up there. I could see them and I could hear them. I just could never get a good shot on them. They just weren't coming to the calls, and I just didn't have any option to bait them or anything. So, oh well, we'll have to try again. Maybe next year. Maybe next year we'll head up to the old cabin and do some hunting again. We shall see. I tell you what, this is an old applicator, but he's working like a champ. It's not burning through too much product. I thought we'd pretty sure my application rate's right. Let me check the computer. Yeah, everything's looking good. All right, well, we're gonna dive into getting some work done. We're gonna get these fields treated and sprayed, just the barley fields. We're gonna knock those out, and then like I said, I'm gonna run up and probably grab the fert spreader, throw some dry fert on the field there, and then yeah, who knows what's gonna happen next. I'm literally making this up as I go, guys. And hey, if you're watching and you liking the video so far, if you could smash that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about the video. Hopefully you're enjoying this kind of mishmash, convoluted story mode let's play. If you're not, I'm enjoying playing it, so I'm gonna keep doing it. And for you that are watching it, I do hope you enjoy it. So please let me know. All right, we're gonna get some work done, and I'll see you in just a second. Oh, right. Well, I bypassed the dry fert because I had about 400 and something liters of liquid fertilizer left after doing all the barley fields, and this grass field is really not going to take a lot because I'm only putting down about 35 kilograms per hectare because it's already in a good, according to precision farming, it says the grass is already good for nitrogen. So we're only putting down a little bit. So I thought we should be able to finish this field with 400. It looks like it's going to happen. As for everything here, it is done. The barley is ready. pH is perfect. Nitrogen is perfect. It looks like a yield potential, expected yield of 123% or 16.2 tons per hectare, or however, I can't even remember how much. We'll find out. Who knows? This one's, we're looking at an expected yield of anywhere from, because silty clay is about 24 tons or 17 tons, 24 tons of grass. And then over here, we're looking at silty clay 11.8. And if we go over here to the loam, 16.3. So yeah, that's what's up here. So yeah, we're just finishing this up. And while we're doing it, I was going to give you just a little update about me and the channel. So I am done streaming until my internet gets approved. I posted in my community tab last week. I had tried streaming. I was actually off all weekend. I tried streaming, and let's just say I've kind of reached my limit in troubleshooting internet problems and dealing with that. And I've just come to the point where it's really frustrating, and I don't want to stream because I'm afraid that my stream's going to cut out and my whole mojo gets messed up, and then I get upset and angry, and then I don't want to play. And it shouldn't make me that angry, but it does, because I've been dealing with this since I've owned the home, which is well over a decade. I'm so frustrated with the lack of infrastructure in the area I live in. And I don't even live in an area that's extremely rural, right? I mean, I am, 10, 15 minutes away from, 3 decent sized towns. There's internet everywhere, fiber optic internet everywhere available except at my house, because I don't even understand why. The good news is they're actually working around my house. I actually see them now. They're hanging cable as we speak. They've been installing cable everywhere. My area of where I live is the next designated area to be coming online, and we were told in January that they're hoping within 3 months, so that'd be February, March, April. So they're hoping by April. I think it should get done sooner, because I don't see why it would take that long. But then again, who am I? I don't understand how long it takes. So hopefully that will improve soon. So what does that mean for me? It means that I'm going to have some more time to make videos. Now, last week I kind of took the week off. I did some relaxing, hung out with the family, played Hogwarts Legacy way too much. And it is Monday, February 20th, when I'm recording this episode, and I have kind of made a recommitment, and I'm scheduling time to produce more content. So I'm going to be doing that. Now, I'm only going to focus on this map. This is it. This is all I'm going to do for Farm Sim, is the Western Wild map, because I want to see where this goes. I want to build this world out and kind of flesh this story out, see what happens. I have kind of ideas of what's going to happen in the future, but I really want to play long term on one map and really build my world and see what happens. So I'm going to focus on this map only for some time. I'm also going to be doing some mod review videos, which are going to be the weird and wonderful mod videos. I'm going to focus on stuff that's different, weird stuff that I found, stuff that really has nothing to do with playing the game or farming. I mean, there's going to be cannons and catapults and weird placeables and just weird productions and funny stuff. So we're going to be focusing on, I'm going to do a few of those videos, but I think I'm going to dive into doing some other simulator content. And I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I would like to do some truck sim, and I may just do the time-lapse trucker. If you've watched those videos in the past, it's just a time-lapse video view, some music and trucking. I don't know. I might do a roleplay trucking series. I haven't decided yet. Or I might just tie trucking into this series and do a couple runs here and there while I'm working on the farm, and that's probably more along the lines of what I'm going to do. So yeah, I want to play some other simulator games. I might do some construction sim in just a let's play style, start from scratch and build our own company and kind of play construction sim, because I've been wanting to do that too. But that's kind of the channel update. That's where I'm at. I'm going to focus on video content like I did years and years ago. Try to get 2 to 3 videos out every week, and really I'm going to avoid streaming until my internet gets improved. And in the meantime, I'm going to work on my overlays. I'm going to work on my transitions. I'm going to work on making the stream look better, sound better, and just be better, so when the internet does come online, we can dive back into live streaming and hopefully have a good time. But that's enough. That's enough for this episode. I know it's kind of... We did a little hunting. We did a little fertilizing in the field. We got a house update. Things are going to hopefully start progressing a little bit quicker as we move into the house. Hopefully in the next episode, Lenny will have the house done, and I'll be moving in by the end of that episode. Don't forget, as the story goes, I actually have a job lined up. I will show you that in the next episode. But until then, stay safe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.